Hello, it's Doris with Aldi Books. Finally, a book haul. It's been a really long time, right? So I did the North American tour. You've seen most of it thus far. I just have the Nashville portion left to share with you. So I thought that I would do that today after the book haul. So I kind of fizzled on the vlogging toward the end. You may have noticed in the last one. This one is even more fizzly. Yeah. So I just have a few random clips of things like the Parthenon and Long Hunter State Park and let's see, Music Row in downtown Nashville. You've already seen the kitties, but I'm gonna stick them in here anyway because, you know, the Nashville vibe would not be complete without the fur babies represented. And what else? Oh, we went to Opryland Hotel. That was pretty cool. So anyway, the book haul. Yeah, I was a little rusty with book buying. I know. I don't even understand that, but yeah, I guess that's what happens when you don't really buy books in a year, really. So it was really overwhelming. I wasn't prepared. I just got overstimulated and didn't know what to buy half the time. So yeah. Also, the first half of the trip, we were in a lot of smaller towns with like touristy bookshops that didn't have much selection. So, and then there was the big box Indigo Books, I think, in Canada, the one with the home goods store / bookstore vibe. A little odd, but yeah, I was completely like uninspired in there and just walked out with nothing also. So anyway, but I did get some books. There's a little significant stack. Maybe not as many as I thought I would buy. And there were two that I'm kicking myself that I didn't get. Demon Copperhead. I totally meant to buy that one, but I kept thinking, oh, I'll get that one before I go. No reason to, you know, carry it with me all across North America. And then last minute at Books A Million in Nashville, Mount Juliet, last minute shopping, they were out of stock. Crazy. And I actually found it in the Hong Kong airport, but I think it was like a UK mass market edition because it was smaller and it had like a photography cover of a kid, and it was fine, but it was one of those real stiff covers that you have to hold open like this. Like, I wasn't feeling that. So I think maybe I'll get Gabriel, my son, to bring me one if he comes at Christmas. Fingers crossed. I think he's coming. We hope so. But anyway, and also Bandit Queens. I completely forgot that I wanted that one, and I wanted it a lot. So anyway, I did get books. These are the books. So in Fairhope, Alabama, near Mobile, they had just a delightful little independent bookstore. And I got Orchid Muse, A History of Obsession in 15 Flowers by Erica Hanikel. They had books, like just really great displays, so it really drew you in. This was just an impulse buy. I just saw it on a shelf and said, yeah, I need that. Also, at that store, I was in a nonfiction mood, apparently at that one. I picked up, let's see, here it is. Allergic: Our Irritated Bodies in a Changing World by Teresa McPhail. So this was all about allergies. Pretty good book. I didn't feel like I needed to keep it, so I just left it on the trail somewhere. Anyway, and then these are from a bookstore in somewhere in Canada. Victoria, maybe? I think it was Victoria. I don't know. Maybe you remember from the vlog. But I found Susan Sontag's On Photography on a clearance table. And, you know, I've always heard great things about Susan Sontag. So that one, that was nonfiction. But I did get a fiction finally, and that was Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I love me some Ali Hazelwood, women in STEM romance, and this is one of my favorites now of hers. And I also left that behind somewhere. Then I went to the library in London, Ontario, maybe, I think. Anyway, they had Friends of the Library bookstores in Canada as well, and I found two like super awesomes. So I got Deacon King Kong by James McBride. I have read nonfiction by him, and it was fabulous. And so this one, you know, has to be good as well. I've heard it around on the booktubes here and there. And then The Codebreaker, Jennifer Doudna, Gene Editing and the Future of the Human Race by Walter Isaacson. Oh my gosh, I was so pumped to find this in the library sale. I know Heidi and Britta have both read this and enjoyed it, and Brent wants to read this one too, so who knows, he might read it before me. So then I went to a bookstore called, I've lost the bookmark. I think it was in Edmonton, maybe. Glass House or something, but an indie bookstore, that, you know, little tiny one. But I found Papisho by Leon Ross, and I'm almost done with this, getting close, and really enjoying it. I will say I heard this expression from Greg at Supposedly Fun. It's a cilantro read, meaning kind of you like it or you don't sort of thing. It's got a lot of magical realism, I would say, even just diving into fantasy, but not your typical fantasy. It's like for water for chocolate, but set like in a Jamaican vibe, Caribbean at least, and on steroids. Like, it's way past like Water for Chocolate. Wow. But I am mesmerized. And I also got We Measure the Earth with Our Bodies by Sarang Yangsum Lama. I have actually already finished this one and vlogged it recently and really enjoyed this one. This is the Chinese takeover of Tibet and the immigrants resulting from that. And so the second generation in Canada. So I bought this in Canada and read it in Canada, most of it. And super interesting as well. And just a tiny bit of not magical realism exactly, but like mysticism, I would say. But that really worked with the Tibetan vibe in this one. So there's that. And then at Books A Million in Nashville, when, you know, my last hurrah with the bookstores, I grabbed The Wager, A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder by David Grann. I read his Killers of the Flower Moon and liked it. And I have a buddy read scheduled with this one next month with Karen from Run Right Reads, and Heidi from My Reading Life, and Patrice Jones. So looking forward to that soon. I also grabbed South to America, A Journey Below the Mason-Dixon, To Understand the Soul of a Nation by Imani Perry. Yeah, this one I think I have on Storygraph, and it was just on display and pulled me in. And then, boom, big one. I got The Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese. I have had both of his books on my TBR for quite some time now and haven't gotten to them. Cutting for Stone is the fiction, and the nonfiction is he himself is a medical doctor and was one of the first to work with in an accepting manner with AIDS patients in the 80s. And I hear great things about both. And I have had online friends and in real life friends read this and say it was great. So very excited to get to this one. And then I did go check out my books in storage and snagged a few. And again, I was just not prepared. So I just grabbed a few. I got The Garden Jungle, or Gardening to Save the Planet by Dave Goulson. I have read all of his other books and just loved them. A Sting in the Tail is the one about bees, and I think the other one's like A Buzz in the Meadow. It's about different insect vignettes. Nonfiction writer, but really fabulous. I don't know, so random. This Republic of Suffering, Death and the American Civil War by Drew Gilpin Faust. This one, Brian from Bookish mentioned recently, so I know it's a winner. I got A Solitude of Wolverines by Allison Henderson. Alone in the Wilderness. She's fit for survival against a human predator. Will she stay alive? I don't know. This is a biology thriller for the Book Naturalist Book Club for December. Fun times ahead. And again, randomly, but not really, Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk. I've been meaning to read this for so long and just, I don't know, never get around to it, but brought it to China with me, and hopefully I'll get to it, maybe for Cloak and Dagger Christmas. Gonna do a little Cloak and Dagger Christmas with those last two. Anyway, gonna just stick the rest of the random vloggy clips from Nashville on this one, and yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with Chengdu visit in China. Bye. Ducks, Parthenon, Nashville sunset. Back at Long Hunter State Park. Hey dear. It's a busy day.
I think he's a smart
on
guy.
the lake.
Yeah, he's very opinionated.
That bird over there. Whoa. It's a dating app on a sewage truck. Now we've seen everything. I mean, it's noticeable, but do you really want to start a romance in the toilet?
my satin in Houston, broke my day in Santa Fe. I lost my wife and my girlfriend somewhere along the way. I'll be looking great when they pull that gate. I hope Judge ain't lying. Every little I'm walking, river's on my mind. Every little I'm walking, up from San Antonio. Every little I'm walking, the river down the
the guy? Who's the guy? Okay, the chickie. Chickie, chickie. Chickie, chickie. She is a glorious creature.
Be like,
What y'all doing?
what's the bowl? I'm not eating.
What are you doing?
Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh, what's that? What is that? Go get snacks?
I think I really likes to get onto the mat too, instead of sitting next to it.
Sometimes she'll put her
Yeah.
bed in it. I moved their water because they would eat and then put their butt in the water while they eat.
The library calling to me. Oh yeah, see, there's the boat ride. Look at all that. That's so huge. They're starting to put up the Christmas lights.